We're going to take one idea, four villains, and make 16 adventures. 16. Here's how. What up? My name is Guy, and we are talking about how to be a great GM. That's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. Today, folks, I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to take one idea. Just one. You're going to take one idea, four villains, and we're going to create 16. That's right. I said it. 16. 1, 6. How are we going to do it? How? I tell you. It's crazy. So is that accent. I don't know what got into me this morning, folks. I'm just in a good mood. This is all going to make use of a concept that I've been talking about on this YouTube channel for quite some time. And that is looking at the way that we create our ideas and then the types of adventures and the types of villains that we can have. And you'll see that when you put those combinations together, you can get 16 potential adventures out of a single idea. And that means you should really never be stumped. If you've got a few moments just to jot down some ideas, you'll be amazed. So join me as we are going to do that right now, after you've hit that like button or the subscribe button. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I would like you to come up with an idea, just a simple little idea. An ancient alien artifact of incredible power has been found, but is trapped in a bizarre phenomenon. So that's my idea. It's simple. Alien artifact, trapped in a bizarre phenomenon. I can then take this idea and I can expand upon it. So hopefully you've taken some time to pause the video and have written down your idea. First step, the 4 adventure types. All right? We know what they are, but just in case you don't, they are thwarting. The heroes, the PCs, have to stop something from happening. They are collecting. They have to collect something. They have to go somewhere and collect it. They have to deliver something, a delivery adventure. They have something and they have to escort it. And then finally, you have discovery, where they have to go and discover something, find something, learn something. Now, we take our simple little sentence and we can expand it out immediately into a whole bunch of things, right? So with regards to my sentence, all right? With regards to my sentence, an alien artifact of incredible power has been found, but is trapped in a bizarre phenomenon. Firstly, as a thwarting adventure, what could I do? Well, the PCs must stop someone else from reaching and activating the artifact. So they've got to stop someone. Someone knows about this strange artifact. There is a device of incredible power at the heart of the universe, surrounded by the celestial barrier. But someone must stop the evil Lord Doo-Boo-Boo-Boo from reaching the center of the galaxy, because otherwise he will unleash the power of the device. Off you go. Players, go stop. Stock standard adventure. Super fun, super cool, nothing wrong with that. As a delivering adventure, the PCs must escort a group of researchers to the relic. They must take the researchers to the relic. What does this mean? En route, people are going to try and stop them. One of the researchers is going to be evil and is going to try and betray the group because they don't feel that anyone should have access to the artifact. There are going to be other people trying to assassinate the researchers. There are going to be other people trying to stop the PCs from taking the researchers there. There are so many different things that come up. Again, the same idea, but just 2 different adventure types, and suddenly we have this amazing opportunity. Look at this one, collecting. The PCs must collect the artifact. They're not trying to stop anyone. They're not trying to deliver anyone. They are having to go and collect it. This means they know that there is the celestial barrier which surrounds this thing, this bizarre phenomenon that I originally wrote about. How are they going to overcome that? They're going to have to get through that celestial barrier. Then they get to the artifact and then they've got to actually pick it up. Now, once they've got it, that's where the adventure ends. It doesn't then become a delivering adventure where they then got to deliver the artifact back. That could be adventure 2, but not a one long adventure. It gets tedious if it's that way. They get there. Yes, you get the prize. Woohoo! End of adventure, end of mission. You get your points, you get your pips, you get your experience points, whatever you are using, and that's it. Now, adventure 2 is get the relic, to another site or to a different place, or you discover that the relic is actually super dangerous and needs to be stopped. That's another adventure. All right, but we're not looking at that. We're just so we've got 3 now. And then finally the discovering is, well, you need to find a way to get into the relic space, but not actually get to the relic. That celestial barrier that I spoke about. The PCs are tasked with discovering how to break it or get through it or disarm it or negotiate with it. They are there not to get the relic. The relic is the MacGuffin. It is literally something that they'd have nothing to do with. It's about how to get to the relic. 4 adventures. Which one suits your group the best? Which one sounds most interesting to you? And that's it. That's it. Okay, so we've got 4 adventures, right? How do we get to 16? Well, now we apply the next step. We apply the 4 different types of villains. And so, with the 4 different types of villains, what are they? A heavy hitter. That's a villain who just goes in and is violent. No subtlety, no sneaking around, just bang, bang, bang. I will hit you until you are dead. Straightforward, very direct. Think of pirates who just charge in and attack, or stormtroopers who charge in and attack. There is no subtlety to their plans whatsoever. Racers, these are the ones that will be chasing the party. They will be traveling alongside the party, sniping as best they can, but always trying to get ahead of the party. So they're not particularly strong. They don't particularly want to kill the party. They are just trying to get to the party's goal before the party gets there. So in all 4 examples of the different types of adventures, there are many reasons for racers to be involved. Get to the celestial barrier in the discovery mission before the heroes do. Get to the artifact first. Destroy the artifact. Use the artifact. Whatever. It doesn't matter. All right. So already you're starting to see how we get our 16 adventures. At least that's what I'm hoping. You then get the chaser. This is someone who is chasing the party. So they're not, like a racer, interested in the party's goal. They are interested in the party themselves. And they are trying to get to the party. They are hunting the party. They are seeking the party. They are already in the midst of the party, and they're actually trying to stop the party from getting their goal. It doesn't matter. They are chasing the party. They are hounding the party particular, not the quest in general. And then finally you get the shadow. The sniper, the one who just attacks from the distance, who doesn't want to engage the party directly, they're not strong enough, but who will engage the party from a distance, who will throw in traps, who will put up barriers, who will get the local planetary systems to think that the heroes are actually pirates and that they should be hunted down. This is the one that will incommode the party the most to prevent them from getting to their goal. So now you take those 4 different villain types, those 4 different villain types, and you apply them to the 4 different adventure types that you've already created. And what do you get? 16 possible adventures. I'm not going to go through all 16 permutations. It would just be insane. You certainly can. And so let's do one example. And I'm just looking at my notes so that I keep everything straight, because this is about making sure you understand the concept of the adventure types and the villain types and how you can combine them together to explode your mind in terms of the options available to you. Right, so we said let's take delivering, the delivery one. The PCs must escort a group of researchers to the relic. How is a heavy hitter going to be involved in that? Well, a heavy hitter is going to attack. They are going to attack the PCs before they've left the spaceport with the researchers. They're going to plant a bomb in the spaceport to try and blow up the researchers that the heroes have to try and defuse first. En route, they are going to attack with ships. They're going to try and get in. When that fails, they're going to go ahead to the asteroid field that the PCs have to pass through. I'm making this stuff up as I go along, folks. As they fly through the asteroid field, boom, trap is set. Yes, heavy hitters have got them. They will board and they will melee engage with the party. They want to take those researchers. They want to get those researchers. And if all of that fails, when they finally get to the celestial barrier, the heavy hitters will be the ones waiting at the barrier, ready to hit one last time with some super sneaky, super giant weapon that they haven't yet used, because of reasons. So that's how a heavy hitter would deal with a delivery kind of mission. Let's change it up and look at how perhaps, let's say, a shadow might deal with the exact same delivery. The shadow might poison the researchers at the base. And the players, before they can even escort them, once they're on the player's ship, suddenly the researchers start falling down. They're suffering from some kind of nanovirus infestation that the PCs have to try and stop. Then the PCs discover that their ship has been sabotaged and that their navigational system is not leading them to the celestial barrier. No, it is leading them to the heart of a star. And so they realize that there is someone on board who is sabotaging the entire mission. But who is it? It is the shadow skulking around, hiding in amongst the researchers, perhaps? Or perhaps it's a program, an AI. It depends on the genre that you're playing, of course. But let your mind wander. How can you attack the party without attacking the party? How can you be super sneaky and get in and get around? Look at that. We've got now two very different adventures that will play out in a very, very different way. That is all I'm going to talk about today. Super short video, relatively speaking. If you can take those two concepts, adventure types, villain types, you merge them together, jot down some notes. It didn't take me long. You have your one idea and you just go, how does this work? How does this work? How does this work? You get some amazing opportunities. And if you do this for every adventure that's coming up, you can literally go, well, I used a heavy hitter and a thwarting last time. So now I'm going to use a collecting and a racer. What does that do? How does that change my story? It's not that interesting. What if I change it to a chaser? Or what if I change it to a shadow? Or what if I went and used a different adventure type, but the same villain? Well, that's going to be two punchy kind of adventures. But perhaps that's what your players like. In which case, give it to them, baby! This has been me telling you how I come up with adventures on the fly, because I just apply it as I'm going along, and I'm like, oh, done. Thank you. Okay, next mission. Hopefully it's been helpful. If it has, remember that like button. It likes to be touched. It does. It really does. Tap that like button. Smash that like button. Click on it. Do whatever you need to do. And one of the thoughts I did have was it would be amazing if you could share one adventure idea in the comments down below. Just drop them down there, just as I did. An artifact has been found of immense power, but it is protected by a phenomenon. Leave it vague. I try not to be too prescriptive, and then that allows the rest of us to look through the comments and go, ooh, that's a nice idea. That's a cool idea. That's a great idea. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, that's a nice idea. And then we can just use those in our own games. Makes life so much easier. We can then apply those 4 types and move on. Until next time, a massive thank you to all of my patrons. Our book continueth. Chapter 1 is mainly done. We're on to Chapter 2 now. So we're going to be voting on what happens in that chapter. If you are not a Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/greatgamemaster and you can sign up to participate in this collective book adventure. Anyway, until next time, happy gaming!